What are we doing? Who fucking knows?
What were we calling this? Something?
Godspell.
Godspell.
That's right.
Welcome to D&D campaign Godspell. So, I'm looking. There we go. Okay, I had to close something out. So, we are picking off. So we're going back in time a little bit to the moment where Olidamara left a note for the rest of y'all saying, "I'm taking my girl." And Briar, you got no warning before you were very quickly transported to a place that you've never seen before and you've never been before. So as you come to in this place, you're noticing it's very opulent. It's a large hall, marble columns, stained glass windows, lots of kind of that rainbow effect that you see in like churches and things like that. This is not a church, but it's a very opulent hall. You notice in a corner there's a pile of would-be like jewels and treasures and other things. There's another area that looks like it's just nothing but bookcases, and there is a staircase in front of you, one of those large grand staircases. As you see the familiar face of Olidamara coming down the stairs, and he is dressed to the nines.
Of course he is.
Hold up, my mouse is dying and it's yelling at me. There we go. So
don't you hate it when your mouse decides to die?
Yeah, right. He is dressed to the nines. He is wearing a... Hold on, because I based it off of your outfit.
I will submit my outfit to the chat.
Please do. So he is wearing a blue... So it's... If you've ever seen those, they're like the doublets, but they're the nice fitting, they're the nice fitting doublets that have like the designs on it. It's the leather with the cloth, but for him, instead of cloth, it's silk. And he's got, instead of the leather, it's kind of like a men's corset. So imagine kind of like a men's corset with the long kind of sleeves that are silk. He's wearing not silk, but they're cloth, like they're nice material pants. It's in the same shade of blue that's on your dress. And he has as like a shirt underneath. It's just a white shirt to kind of highlight the blue. His hair is long. Whereas usually you see him with the short hair, he actually has long hair. It is braided. And he has bits of gold, like, kind of string tied in through it. And he is holding a bouquet of flowers as he makes his way towards you.
I appreciated a surprise as much as the next gal. A little warning would have been appreciated, though, Olly.
Okay, 1 second. I'm getting a phone call at the worst possible time.
Oh, God!
This intermission brought to you
Why?
What the fuck are we doing this morning?
Trying to have a date!
Apparently, how's it going for you?
Terrible! Every time I try, something happens!
For those of you in the chat, if you're interested, the Discord link that I dropped is the outfit is a link to the outfit that Briar is wearing. Bear with us. Should everybody stare awkwardly at the camera?
I just want to be on a date with my god. I didn't think that'd be much to ask for. Watch, I won't actually be able to go on a date today.
Listen here, Mary. Puppet residence, lady of the house speaking.
Rest in peace.
Right.
Rest in peace.
Right. I should go back and rewatch that show. It was so good.
There's actually a show where she plays a detective, and I have meant to watch it, and I think this might push me into it.
Be even more hilarious if she brings the same kind of energy.
I don't know if she does or not, so it's...
Sounds like a pretty intense conversation.
Mm-hmm. I bet it's about pizza.
What if it's about sushi?
And yeah, there's so much
Could be
going
about
on in my. There's so much going on my end right now. I'm not going to stream this morning. So
Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
no, wrong dice.
Fine.
No,
We were just taking bets. Was your discussion about pizza or sushi?
Me?
Yes.
No.
They're being dumb.
No.
Carry on.
No,
Neither.
they're just being silly.
Rob was talking. Rob was calling me about packages that were getting delivered and school stuff for Cade. So
Ah.
Anyway,
so back into our scene. So, Briar Olidamara walks up to you. He hands you the flowers. Use your imagination. Whatever your favorite flowers are, that's what they are. I didn't have the time to ask, so that's what they are. Congratulations.
A lot of daisies.
Then you have a lot of fucking daisies. Pretty much, in fact. Like, it looks like he took like 2 to 3 bouquets and put them into one big fucking bouquet. Because he's extra like that. So Olidamara kind of smiles and just goes, well, Toots, it wouldn't be, a surprise date if I didn't surprise you. Also, I didn't really have the time to kind of send the message.
Yeah, but we were about to do some very important things. And now my sister is probably going to be worried about me and questioning where I went.
I left a note. I'm not that crazy. I don't want that chick chasing me to hell and back. I know she would. But anyways, I took care of everything. I left a note somewhere easy where they could find it. They'll be fine without you. It's just planning and plotting. You don't need to be there for the planning and the plotting. So, I have A whole thing planned. Some of it's gonna be off the fly because some things got canceled last minute because I may or may not have gotten gypped out of a deal. But it's fine. But first, I wanted to show you around.
What happened?
Well, let's just say that some schmuck who owed me a favor decided that today was the day he didn't want to pay up. Something about the end of the world. But anyways, whatever the end of the world is for him. But first, what do you think of the digs? This is my humble abode. It's not humble.
It is every bit as humble as you are, Olly.
Oh. I try. So, I'm thinking we go get some... Well, I guess it's lunch, but where we're going is going to be dinner. I think we get some dinner.
Food is food.
I think we get some dinner, drink some drinks. We can either teleport to the place, or I can have the place teleported here.
Whichever you prefer. I'm not picky.
Oh, cool. I love being able to show off. So he snaps his fingers, and all of a sudden, a door appears off to the side, and he leads you to the door, and you open it, and you're in a restaurant. And it's like, it's one of those like 5-star Michelin restaurants. Like everything's just very like clean, and it's the like themes of like, it looks like there's no one else in the restaurant. It looks like it's themed around both of y'all's outfits. So the color schemes are like the blues and the other things. And there's literally like a line of waiters and waitresses waiting in front of like this bar section. And you see the chef come out and quickly like is like shaking Olidamara's hand. It's just like so excited. It's like has this like big excited face on as he leads you to the only table in the restaurant, which is this big like round table, and there's 2 chairs sitting next to each other, and he pulls out your chair for you.
Of course he does. Briar will sit in the chair. She is smiling and she's thinking, oh my fucking god, this man.
So he pushes your chair in and he sits down, and the chef comes over and is like, I have many things planned for tonight. An 8-course meal, anything for you, Mr. Olidamara, sir. And this lovely, lovely lady that you've brought to us. Could we start you off with one of our classics? And the waiters all come up, and each of them are holding a different bottle of some sort of drink. You don't recognize any of the labels. And Olidamara's kind of looking over. It's like, all right, Toots, you want? That's a wine. That's an ambrosia. That's a nectar from a different set of gods from somewhere else. We've got a Riesling. I think that one over there is... I don't know. We're not getting that one. I think it's milk of something, and I don't think we want to try that. What you in the mood for?
I'll have a wine.
Ah, all right. And then the waiter, like, suddenly 2 glasses appear on the table, and they're like glass, like crystal. And so they're there, and like the waiter's like pops the cork open, pours it, and it's a deep red wine. And the chef kind of like scuttles off, and the waiters suddenly disappear, and everyone just leaves.
You never do anything in halves, do you?
No, why would I? It's for my special girl. I would literally pluck the fucking moon from the sky for you.
I've heard that's not a good thing to do. Something about the tides.
Well, they got multiple moons here. I could literally just borrow one for a couple of minutes. Like, it's not that hard. Would a star be better? I could do that very easily. So he points at the drink for you to try it. He's picking up his glass.
She picks up her glass as well.
So as soon as it's close enough for you to smell it, you smell it and it's nostalgic.
Mm.
It smells like something you would have had in your childhood, but you can't quite pinpoint it. But there's something that just smells like pure nostalgia. Are you taking a drink?
She'll like give it another like small sniff before taking a drink of it.
So as soon as it hits your tongue, I want you to think back into Briar's memory of the happiest moment of your life.
Okay.
And that's what this tastes like. It takes you right back to the happiest moment of your life. It tastes like pure joy in a glass.
That
If you want, you can describe what Briar's happiest moment would be.
one of Briar's happiest moments was back when her and Halina were both 12 years old. They had wanted to help out one of their family members with their business who owned a bathhouse, and they offered to help clean it up. However, they didn't realize that mixing certain cleaning substances together would cause a chain reaction. So basically the entire bathhouse filled up with suds that spilled out into the streets. And Halina and Briar were laughing the entire time, and now it is a yearly event that the bathhouse has a suds party. And that was one of Briar's favorite unintentional pranks that she ever pulled. And she just remembered the fact that her and Halina couldn't laugh the next couple of days because their stomachs hurt so bad from laughing that much that day.
So when you drink, so every time you take a sip of this wine, it's reminiscent of the bubbles and the laughter, and you can feel that warm sensation that you feel when you laugh. And it's just a really nice feeling. And you see, if you look over at Olidamara, he also has a big grin on his face as he is also partaking in the wine.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, this is a specialty of this particular restaurant, that all of their beverages, all of their foods give you the same senses, emotions, memories, those kinds of things. So anything you eat or drink here will kind of call back on that.
And where are we exactly?
Olidamara kind of like thinks about it for a moment. I don't remember the name of this place, but then again, you're not supposed to remember the name of this place. It's supposed to be like a thing that you just happen upon. But I got some strings.
Like the old man. Like the old man we met with the magic shop.
Oh yeah, that guy. Oh, you met him?
You know him?
Yeah. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, Halina sassed him a bit, and then she got pulled back into the shop. He gave us a few things. Very fun banter we had.
Bitch, why did you bring me into this?
Yeah, no, he's a good person. He's just he's been around for a little too long, and after you've been around for a certain amount of time, you kind of just get a little... I think it's self-explanatory.
I thought it was you in one of your many disguises for a second, she says as she, like, took another sip of her wine. But you know better than to lie to me, so.
No, I would never lie to you. At least not when I can help it. But as far as like the old man goes, nah, he's way above my pay grade. But
Oh?
I can't tell you all of our secrets.
But can you tell me a little bit of the secret? Please?
That's not fair. All right. The most I can say is, let's just say he's older than me, Leviata.
Oh, dang.
He's older than, who was it? Essentially, like, if you can think of a deity, he's most likely older than them.
Mistra?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
When I say he's an old man, we don't just call him old man because, like, he looks like an old man. Nah, that fucker is old.
So he's not going to take offense to the fact that I always refer to him as Grandpa?
Nah, no. Honestly, I think he's used to it at this point. We've always told him he can make himself look younger, and he just goes, "Nah, I'm old. This is what I need to be." And I was like, "All right, well, I'm gonna say shit. His preference." But that's as much as I can tell you. The rest of it, you're gonna have to figure out either from him or from somebody else that lets the tongue waggle. And as you two are talking, the first entree comes out. More like an appetizer. It's little bits of like sourdough bread that have what you think looks like bruschetta and like the tomatoes, and there's like a drizzle on top, and there's, for each of you, there's like 3 or 4 on each plate. But it doesn't look like what you see at like a normal restaurant. It's like very, like, it looks like the bread is homemade, the tomatoes are homegrown, everything looks very fresh as they set a plate down in front of both of you. And then they quickly whisk off. And Olidamara goes, sorry, I'm laughing at the thing that Sam said in the sidebar. So
I'm laughing at the fact that Critter has like a little croissant in the corner of her thing now. Oh, it's gone.
So Olidamara goes ahead and takes a bite, and he's like encouraging you to take a bite. So
She will.
you get that familiar sensation that you had with the wine, although this one invokes a different feeling. You take a bite of it, it feels crisp in your mouth, which is not what you were expecting from this particular dish, and it kind of just melts on your tongue the minute that it kind of just gets in your mouth. And then you think back and you're drawn back into this feeling of comfort. It's like when you had like someone's like hug for the first time. That soft kind of plush feeling is what you feel as you're eating the food, and it just invokes memories of like the times when you were a child, and if something happened or you were upset, someone would come and hug you in that moment. That all enveloping, especially if there's any memories in Briar's memory of anyone like with the big bear hugs, like the very tight, all encompassing.
Her uncle Vinny.
That's what this appetizer tastes like. So after that, once you've kind of finished that dish, the next one comes out. This one, it looks like is a soup. So it's in a very small bowl. It looks like French onion soup. So it's got that nice caramelized on top, that thick layer of cheese that they have, and it looks like they had the nice caramelization on top. And once you crack it open, because you get the spoon and you crack it open, that another scent hits you. And again, just like the other two, you can already start to feel that almost nostalgic feeling. And you just remember your first home-cooked meal. It's that first meal that just was so good, especially after like a long, hard day and you're just thinking about food and you just sit down and that's what you smell. It's like it's the first home-cooked meal that you can remember that like had a lasting memory for you. And when you take a bite, it again melts in your mouth. It's got that nice crunch, and you're almost reminded of a memory of if you ever had like anyone in your family like bake fresh bread. And they would like do that crack of that first loaf. And you just remember like just feeling and hearing that and then just taking a bite of the fresh bread. And that's what this invokes. And Olidamara is kind of just letting you experience each of the dishes as they come out. There's not a lot of talking. It's mostly, it seems like he wanted you to have this experience, to be able to kind of forget all of the worries and all of the things that are going on in the real world and just have this small pocket of time where you can just enjoy. So after the French onion soup, they take away the dish and they come out with, it's this little, they look like cheese. They're these round things that like medallions. They're about this thick, they're about that big around, and they're carefully plated, and there's some sort of like green like leaf sprinkled on top, and there's a drizzle, it looks like balsamic glaze on top. And once you pick up the bite and you eat it, because I'm just going to assume Briar's going to eat all of this. So I'm making this assumption. And you take that first bite, your hit, it bursts in your mouth. So if you've ever had like, I don't want to say like Jello, but like if you've ever had something that's like a savory dish that it kind of bursts in your filling inside.
Yep.
So it bursts in your mouth, but it doesn't give the taste that you thought it would, because you're expecting like cheese or something like that. And as you're like indulging in the dish, the memory comes back, and it's bittersweet. And you recall a time where something made you feel bittersweet. Whether it was a long goodbye, if it was a see you soon of someone, watching someone walk away off to go do whatever they were going to do, and knowing that eventually they would come back, but you're still having to say that goodbye for however long period of time that they were going to be gone for. So let's see, we're at 4, we've got 4 more. So now they come out, and it looks like an actual entree. It's meat. So they come out, and you see a filet mignon of meat, and looks like it's a steak in the middle. There's like a glaze on the outside. There's a small portion of whipped smooth potatoes, and then fresh, like a line of fresh vegetables that looks like it was baked or grilled with some sort of cheese and on top. And as you dig in, For Briar, as the rogue that you are, you're brought back to your first successful job. That feeling of accomplishment. That feeling of, I did this. I pulled this off. It's the first moment that you ever had a successful job as a rogue. It's that feeling of pride as you're indulging in the food. And again, all of it melts in your mouth. It's delicious. And it's just those nostalgic feelings, one right after the other. And now for my foodies in the group, we're going to the more dessert style.
Yay!
So, as a palate cleanser, for once you're done with the steak, it looks, and this is kind of surprising, it looks like a normal orange slice.
Ooh!
So you've got like a couple of slices of orange, the carefully plated, but the minute that you like put it in your mouth, you realize that it's almost like a gelatin. As you bite into it, and again, it melts and it's smooth, and you get that burst of citrus in your mouth. And it brings back the memory of excitement. The first memory of you just being so excited about something. Like when you run in the middle of a field and you're just elated. And so after the palate cleanser comes out, there are, let's see, because that was 6.
I think that was
We've got 2
6.
more. Yeah, we've got 2 more. So they bring out 2 dishes at the same time. One looks like a chocolate cake. It's got very thin layers where it's like, and I'm talking like crepe thin of chocolate and then mousse and then chocolate and then mousse, and it's about this tall. It's in a slice, and it's got a chocolate mousse on top.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is a creme brulee in a see-through glass dish, so you can see the layers underneath and that nice crackle of caramel on top. And when you get these 2, the waiters tell you is that to whichever one that you pick first is important. But they don't give you any other information about that. They just say that essentially it's like, here are your options. Pick one. And then once you're done fully with the first one, to then move on to the other one. And the way that it'll come together at the end depends on which one you pick first.
Okay. Briar's gonna go with the chocolate mousse first then. Because she's a sucker for chocolate.
Okay. So you take a bite of the chocolate, and it is decadent. It is rich, but the mousse cuts through, and with that creaminess of just that nice whipped mousse that you taste. And then you're no longer in the restaurant.
Ow.
And it's like your mind is somewhere else. As you remember the first time you met Olidamara. For the first time. And unlike the other ones, there's no emotion that you're feeling or attached to this. It is just the memory of the first time that Briar met Olidamara. And do you want to describe that for us?
Yes. So Briar was being babysat by her grandmother figure, the Dawn. And she was 5, and like For the last 5 years, she grew up with stories of Olidamara from the Dawn, because she's also a follower of him. And she was left by herself for a bit while the Dawn went to go make lunch or something. And Briar, being a lonely 5-year-old, just was thinking, well, if he's always around, and she starts speaking out loud in a very childlike voice of, it's too bad I don't have anyone to play with and cause mischief with. If only I had a super powerful godlike friend to come help me. And she repeats this several times in a few of the other rooms, trying to get his attention, until finally she makes her way back to the living room, the first place she saw him. And at that time, because Olidamara shows up as comfortable with, he appeared to her as a boy around her age. Very similar to how he looks now, only he had at that time long ears and almost slight drow features. And Briar had been so happy, oh my god, it worked! Do you want to play a prank on the Dawn?
So you recall this memory, and you're noticing that it's coming from your point of view. Are you going to eat the creme brulee?
Yes.
Okay. So you eat the creme brulee, and you realize the memory shifts. And you're no longer children anymore in this memory. You're both adults. But you're very quickly realizing that this is not from your point of view, Briar. This is from Olidamara's point of view.
Mm.
And as you're watching Olidamara watch you, and it was when you took your first start as a bard, and you were singing, and you were dancing, and you were wearing a dress, and he's watching you, and you can hear and feel exactly what he was feeling in that moment. And what you hear is, God, I think I love her.
Aww.
And so as you slowly come out of the memory, you see Olidamara watching you. He hasn't touched the cake or the creme brulee, because he already knows what he's going to see. But he's just watching you. He's got a soft smile on his face. And he kind of asks, he's like, is it good?
This has got to be the best 8-course meal I've ever had. Also, the only 8-course meal I've ever had. It's going to be very hard to beat.
Good. I'll make sure next time I'll up the stakes a little.
Next time.
You didn't think this was going to be the only date I ever took you on.
No,
And so
no, I did not think that.
As you're enjoying the meal and they've cleaned up and there's soft music playing on the background, you see as if Olidamara is contemplating saying something, but the minute he looks like he's about to say it, from behind, a gate opens.
Briar kind of leans to the side, looking behind him. Are there other people looking for the reservation?
And you see Olidamara, all of the joy and the softness that you saw in him a second ago has vanished. As now worry, frustration, and a little bit of anger crosses his face as he looks back at the gate and he goes, unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to put pause in this God things. being summoned. And you see he's kind of trying to make it seem very nonchalant. As he goes, I'll take you back to my place. You can hang out there. I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
So he kind of leads you out of the restaurant. You see him talking with the chef a little bit. And he then kind of looks at you wistfully before going through the gate. And you are left alone in Olidamara's manor. So we're going to do a slight time skip. So for you, it seemed like it took about, like he said, like 10, 15 minutes before he is stepping out through the gate again, but this time inside the manor. And as soon as you see him walk through, you see an anger that you've never actually encountered on Olidamara's face. And he is, like, it looked like he burst through the gate pissed off. And when he sees you, he's very quickly trying to mask it. As if he almost
Briar's
forgot that you were
certainly-
there.
Yeah, Briar is currently so Briar sits at like 5'4", and she's doing that thing that short people do. And she's on the bookshelf, and she's currently trying to pull a little prank by turning all the books so the spine faces the wrong way, so it faces inward. So she's getting caught like this mid thing, like she's like standing on one of the shelves, like with the book in hand. Even though she sees he's mad, she just slowly pushes the book in, even though it's still facing the wrong way.
What's the matter?
And
What's the matter, Critter? Feeling a little salty?
so, Olidamara walks through the gate. He sees you, and you've noticed that he's no longer wearing the outfit that he was wearing. He's wearing kind of more of his normal outfit. His hair is short again, like he never wore it at all. But the outfit he's wearing seems more like it's made for battle than it is for his normal kind of casual clothes. It's all leather. It's black. It's kind of looks very roguish. As he quickly walks up to you and goes, I gotta take you back. We'll have to talk another time.
Everything okay?
No. But I think you should be with your friends right now, and you're seeing this internal struggle. You're seeing him, he's visibly struggling because there's the anger and then there's this worry that looks like it's just rubbing him the wrong way.
Briar is going to slowly climb down from the shelf that she had been like perched on, gives a little hop on the ground, walks up to him, and like, if he lets her, she's gonna like put her hands up and like gently take his, like, Ollie, what's going on?
And he gladly takes your hands and he's kind of like holding them to his chest. So he's taking your hands and he's kind of doing this with them on his chest. As he just goes, something happened with your friends.
Are they okay?
One of them isn't right now.
Is it Halina? Is she okay?
Helena's okay. Helena's okay. But Higgy was hurt. And something's going on with Malachi. I just walked out of a meeting with the gods. We were all summoned by your friend's deity, Leviathan. Something came back to the world that wasn't supposed to. And it got to your friend.
Is he going to be okay?
I don't know. They're trying the best. But I don't know.
Okay, I'm guessing this is pretty bad if all the gods were called.
Pretty fucking bad. Let's just say a being that some of us sealed away a long, long time ago is trying to make a comeback.
Okay.
I don't want you involved in this at all. I want you to go back to your friends. I want you to pack up your shit, and I want you to go home.
I can't just do that.
I need you to.
Olidamara, it sounds like they're going to need me more than ever. Like, I get it, this is probably bad, but if Malachi's hurt, if Higgy got hurt, I can't just leave them behind.
I'm saying you tend to the wounds, you fix whatever you gotta fix with them, and then as soon as you get the chance, you pack your shit and you go home.
Okay. I'm getting the feeling you're not telling me the whole story, so what actually happened during that meeting?
And you see he's very hesitant, and he's still like death gripping your hands to his chest right now. They're asking...
She's gonna like grip his hands back and look at him. Olidamara.
They're asking me to do something that I can't do. Because if I do it, I'm gonna lose you forever. So if you could just go home. Just go and be safe and be with your family and be as far away from here as possible. And I will do whatever it is I can fucking do to stop this. I do not want you involved in this. I rarely ask for things like this, Bri.
I know. But you also know I won't abandon my sister.
Take her fucking with you then. Fucking, I don't fucking know.
She won't listen to me!
Fucking drug her. I don't give a shit.
You think I can lift her?
With help.
I have noodle arms if you haven't noticed!
And he kind of smiles, but it very quickly goes back to the serious. You could die.
Okay, now I know for a fact you're not telling me the whole story, because this is a lot more than, oh, some dangerous shit's about to happen. This is sounding world-ending, Olidamara. So, that's what's happening?
They call it the void unending. It's an
Does
inky
Briar know what
blackness.
that is?
You can roll religion for it.
Because bards know shit.
No, yeah. You can do it's going to be the same as the other people had, which was if I remember correctly, the DC for that Kira was 23 or was it 18?
I think it was 18, because to get a 23 on a roll, you'd have to like get pretty damn high.
I can't remember. One of the rolls was a 23 for the roll. I'm going to give you an 18. Because at least you know what the name is. Kira had to do it and didn't even know what the fucking name of it was.
I got a 21.
All right. So you remember hearing tales whispered, not just in the bard community, but also in the rogue community, of a eldritch being known as the Void Unending. It has the potential, and almost did, destroy all of the planes, all of the worlds, everything, until a certain group of deities and champions sealed it away. You do also know that it coming back should be impossible. And the fact that it is coming back means that something is very, very wrong.
My role, do I know if Olidamara was either a champion or one of the deities that helped seal it away?
You can't confirm that Olidamara was one of them, but you have an inkling based on some of the stories and how they described the deities that and champions that were involved, that Olidamara could have been one. Same thing goes for Leviatar. Same thing goes for Lilith. And a few other deities such as Sylvanas and a couple of other ones that you can think of off the top of your head.
She's going to look at Olidamara. What are they asking you to do?
He kind of looks down, he's staring at the ground, and his voice is a shaky whisper. They asked everybody everyone that's involved in your group to become champion.
Would Briar know what that means in like the full context?
Roll me a history check. It's gonna be
great. I'm good with history.
It's gonna be a DC of 20.
Okay. Since I have Master of Secrets, I actually get advantage because of historical events, people, nations, and cultures. So I got a 23.
Okay. So you know that champions are essentially demigods that are created by their deities. Paladins, clerics. You know that there's actually a variety of different classes and races that have tried to become champions. You also know the location of where these trials are held, as well as the success rate, which is pretty much 0. Because either if you pass the trials, then you die during the quest. If you pass the trials and the test, you die at the end after you finish your quest because you can't handle the transition into becoming a deity. You know of the original champions who did survive the change, but you also know that once they did succeed in becoming deity, something happened to them and they are now wiped off the face of this earth. As far as the historical context is. but you get the feeling of, well, not the feeling. You know that when it comes to champions are usually once every like millennia. Like it's very, very, very rare that champions are called upon or even tried to be called upon, and it is in times of dire need.
Briar is going to take. I imagine they're very close right now, but Briar's actually going to take a step closer to him.
Yeah.
Head down, so she's like, look him in the eyes and says, Olly, if it's out, there's nowhere safe. Know that.
Olly's like, he's got his hands here, and he reaches down and he cups your face. And he goes, I can't lose you. You're asking me to sign your death sentence here.
Not asking you to make me a champion. I'm asking you to trust me to make sure my friends are okay.
Yeah, but that's what it's gonna lead to. Because the only way that you and your friends are gonna get the power that you need is to become champions eventually. And I don't want to see you suffer.
Olly, I'll suffer if my sister dies. I'll suffer if this thing takes over. There's going to be suffering regardless. At the very least, I want to make sure that doesn't happen. And I promise I will do everything in my power to make sure I don't die.
Can you promise me that right now? You have no idea what you're walking into. I can't even promise that you won't die. And if you die, I can't live without you.
Better not die.
And he kind of smiles. I've never been able to talk you out of anything.
You've been able to talk me into several things.
That is true. Could I talk you into one more?
You can try.
What's Briar's last name?
Whitlock.
I want you to make a vow to me right here, right now.
What kind of vow?
The permanent kind.
Okay.
And he reaches into like his chest and he pulls out a piece of carefully wrapped cloth. And he opens it. And there is a starburst of a crystal on a delicate silver band.
Ooh.
That's rainbow. And he's still holding your face, he's still holding your hands. As he looks down at you, he's like, you, Briar Whitlock, are mine. To the end of our days. To the end of eternity. I would give you the world. I would give you the moon, the sun, the stars, anything you ask of me, I will give of you. And if you ever leave this world, I'm coming with you. So, Briar Whitlock. Will you vow to be mine forever? In sickness and in health? Till the end of our days? Because if you're gonna go off on this death fucking suicide mission, then I need you and the whole world to know that you are mine, and I am yours in every capacity and way.
He's looking at him and says, Olidamara, are you asking me to marry you after one date?
Olidamara just kind of smiles. He gives a little laugh. He goes, "Come on. We've known each other since you were 5. I've been trying to get you on a date for years. And if this is the end of the world, then I don't want to have a single regret not knowing that I never told you how much I love you and how I want to spend the rest of my life with you."
Briar, who is kind of blushing at this point, just lets out a sigh and holds out her hand to him, like,
And
I vow.
he slides the ring onto your ring finger, and as the minute that it's on your finger, a burst of color goes down your arm and wraps around. So now you have like rainbow quartz looking veins and designs going down from your ring finger all the way down up your arm. And as he's putting it on you, you notice similar, but his are black going up his arm. And he holds your hand, and he also pulls another cloth out and hands you a ring that is a silver band matching yours. It looks like it's a matching set, and he hands it to you. He's like, "All right, here. I came prepared, okay? I wasn't gonna do this today, but I carry this on me all the time, all right?
How long have you been carrying this on you?
Don't worry about it."
I'm gonna worry about it! She says as she still takes the ring. She's saying this as she still takes the ring and like gently takes his hand and like puts the band on his finger.
And as both the rings are on, you notice that you have a mental connection now with Olidamara. So you are now linked, both in body and soul. So if anything happens to you, it's going to happen to Olidamara. And if anything happens to Olidamara, it's going to happen to you.
Oh, great.
And you now can telepathically, I'm telling you this for your character sheet, you can now telepathically communicate with Olidamara at any and all times. And if you meet any other deities, they will now automatically know upon looking at you or hearing your name that you are, in all intents and purposes, Olidamara's.
Ah. My sister's gonna be so pissed that I got married without her being a witness.
Well, when this whole end of the world shit is over, we'll have a ceremony. And it's going to be the biggest shindig you've ever seen. We're inviting your entire family.
So basically the whole city of Drift End?
Yes. I got money.
Did you? No, you do. But did you ask Uncle Vinny or the Don's permission before doing this shit?
Oh, I did it the minute that you became a bod.
Wait, they've known about this the whole time? I've been a bod for over a year now. And they didn't think to tell me?
Yeah, I got the permission, like, yeah, pretty early on.
Oh, what is my life now?
I wasn't gonna not get the permission. Like, what do you think I am? Don't worry, I also got my parents' permission. Like, it's a whole fucking thing.
You have parents?
Well, yeah, I didn't just sprout from the fucking ground. What do you think this is? Yeah, I got mortal parents.
You have.
Well, mortal is a weird term. They're old. Our race lives a long time.
Apparently. All I can hear now is my mom being very excited that I married up in the world.
She was very excited that you were marrying up in the world. And then she tried to bribe me.
With what?
Essentially saying that, like, if I made you a deity, then you would even get even higher in the world, so that if we were gonna get married, that I should make you a deity, so then she could say that her daughter is a god now.
That does sound like something Ma would do.
Yeah. And then your Uncle Vinny threatened to cut my balls off. It was very entertaining.
Good old Uncle Vinny. See, you say that like he won't find a way to do it.
Oh, no, I know he will. That's what makes it so entertaining. I can grow him back. He's just gonna be more frustrated when it happens. But, alright. You know, I had this whole other thing planned eventually where I was gonna take you to, like, the edge of the world, and there was gonna be, like, a rainbow, and, like, I had this shit all planned out. But I hope it was at least
She's
somewhat
gonna,
romantic.
She's gonna give him a kiss on the cheek and say, we'll just have to do that next time.
Alright, next time. But then, like, when you go to give him a kiss on the cheek, he grabs the back of your head and he pulls you in for a kiss. And we're gonna kind of fade to black here because they're gonna have a little personal moment. And
Very personal.
Very personal moment. So that is the date scene with Olidamara and Briar. We're gonna switch our music up.
Also, yes, Higgy, you will be invited to cater the event.
Damn right.
I'm tempted to like put a picture of Uncle Vinny in the chat, or if I should wait until you guys actually meet him.
Wait, because I just like the idea for now until we actually know what Uncle Vinny looks like for me to just see Joe Pesci in my head. That's
Yeah,
like...
same. I know.
All right, so everybody take like a 5-minute break before we get back into our other scene where Briar is going to be coming back and all of y'all are going to get the surprise of your life. I have to go check.
Who knows?
on...
Maybe Briar will try.
Listen,
Briar's gonna try hiding this for a bit.
listen. If you didn't say yes to that, you would have had Halina's disembodied hand like smack you across the face.
Yeah.
All right, everybody take a 5-minute break. Go grab drinks, snacks, whatever. I have to go grab a package off the front porch.
I have a problem.
Oh, you drank it all already?
Is it your iced coffee?
I'm out of cold brew.
Someone drank that
So-
bitch.
Move on to coffee.
But it's not the same.
You could let it go get cold.
Like, I mean, I could go make actual iced coffee, but
I know. It's not the same process.
no,
but
it's
still.
not. I hope you enjoyed that chat.
Yeah. See, I just want Briar to like pop back in and be like, look.
Briar pops back in the room, and Helena's like, "So, was he a gentleman?" Briar's like, "So, about that." Helena's like, "Give me the beats." Gotta know. So, am I?
That's probably what it's
kneecapping
going to be
him?
like.
Am I kneecapping him, or are we doing the traditional family style thing?
I'll get the shovels.
Why would you do that to your brother-in-law?
So we're doing the traditional family style thing. Got it.
Okay, so to answer some of, because I saw chat had some questions, I'm going to answer some of chat's questions while I eat my meat on cheese.
Bring this coffee. Panic attack.
So Patches, yes. Olidamara has been carrying both of the rings since the minute he fell in love with Briar. So that memory that Briar saw of how Olidamara felt when he saw her for the first time as like a bard, he that same day went to the Dawn and Uncle Vinny asked to marry Briar.
And her ma.
And her ma. And asked to marry Briar. And they all said yes. And that same day he went to a blacksmith, specifically a very rare, hard to find blacksmith that's usually only does favors for deities or like famous adventurers, and had them take a piece of the rainbow and craft it into a star that looks like a diamond, and made that for Briar, and he carries it in all of his outfits everywhere he goes.
For over a year. My God.
Over a year. And also, yes, Olidamara has mortal parents. Also, the thing that you saw go on your arm is essentially, have you ever seen like a hand fasting? Like at weddings where
Yes.
they do the hand? That's what that is. So it means that you are now permanently tied to each other. In life and in death.
Is it sad that
Fire can never die.
Is it sad that my D&D response really was ring goes on finger and magic things start happening, and my first response was, what do it do? I was
What do
like,
it do?
okay, what's the character sheet change? What are we doing here? Like, okay, first response was aw, immediately followed by what do it do? Like,
Yeah, so yeah, essentially what that is it is a soul bond. So when he put the ring on Briar after she said yes, that is essentially him tying her soul and his soul together. Which means that over the course of time, Briar will start to gain some of Olidamara's powers.
Wait, is Briar gonna become a goddess?
So in my lore for this universe, once you have soul bonded yourself to a deity, you are slowly but surely you are ingesting, is the best way I can describe it, divine energy constantly.
Okay, because I legit had thoughts that if Briar was to ever ascend, she would be like the goddess of like mischief and family.
Thank you, Patches. But yeah, in the lore of this world, most of the time when deities soulbind themselves to mortals, they're essentially sharing their divine energy with the mortal, and over time, the mortal starts to become more and more divine, to the point where they could, if they do certain things, could become a demigod or a deity with the help of their soul bonded partner. Kind of weird that, we were all talking about how there might be a way around the whole champions dying thing. And Kane mentioned that, because he already had divine lineage, that he thinks it made it easier for him. I wonder what that means for the rest of y'all.
Oh. Okay, 1 second. I went to friggin' what's it called? Gemini AI. Shut up. Here are some possible rings.
Ooh, that's pretty.
The second one is closer.
It's not quite. I figured it's still not quite what I picture Olidamara would give, but I'm also not that great at like it. Blaze is better at like getting AI to do what the fuck they want.
It is kind of a recipe that you have to stir a certain way to get it to work. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why I have a document that is literally all my recipes. Like...
Yeah. But yeah, essentially the ring is literally Olidamara plucked a fucking star out of the sky, took a piece of a fucking rainbow, and gave it to a blacksmith that works in magical materials and deity bullshit. And was like, make this for me.
I love it.
Okay, so...
See, Briar, no one can top this now. No one can top what Olidamara has done. So it's like... I'm like engaged to a god now. I've won.
I've won.
It's not a competition. Calm down.
Sorry, I'm trying to get the a good music for our next part. There we go. That's pretty good. Yep. You're not even engaged to a god. You're married to a god.
Yep.
That was a wedding.
Oh, that's right. I'm married to a god now.
Vows have been exchanged. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the next scene. So, Halina, Higgy, and Kira, you have just heard Malachi wake up and say, "Where am I? Who are you?" A couple of seconds go by, and Briar is walking through a gate to the room that you were in, and you see Olidamara's hand go through, and then pull Briar back in, and then Briar goes back out.
Yeah!
You're assuming for probably a kiss or something. Briar, you know that it was because he pulled you through to kiss you one last time and then push you back out. So, Briar, you now see Malachi looking like his normal self. You see Sylvanas standing before him and very quickly realize that Sylvanas and Malachi could be twins. And the old man is there, but he doesn't look like the old man that you saw in the shop. He's cleaned up and standing up straight and wearing like starry blue like robes, and he's got a long white beard and long white hair, and he's no longer balding.
Hi, Grandpa.
The old man turns to you and goes, "Ah, congratulations are in order. Weird timing, but congratulations."
Congratulations. You see.
Oh,
I'll tell you later.
Looking over at Briar, do you still have the ring on?
she can't take it off now.
I don't think Briar could take... No, but Briar's hands are currently, like, in her pockets right now.
Are your arms there?
I'll tell you later. I don't think Briar has her cloak on, so her arms are... No, actually, she wears long sleeves, so... She looks at you like, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later. Sister, promise, I will tell you later.
The old man kind of just looks at between y'all and goes, "I mean, you could tell them about your marriage now."
Excuse me?
You hear a little, what?
Halina looks the old man to Briar, and then walks straight over to... wait, sorry, did Ollie come through?
No, Ollie literally, like, all you saw was his hand as like she walked out of the thing. He pulled her back in for a kiss and then let her go.
So
Quote unquote, what he said to Briar is, if I don't let you walk through this now, then I might not let you leave for the rest of the day.
you see Halina from the old man to Briar, and then you just hear, Olly!
Just subtle grin on the corner of Kira's mouth. That's like her only commentary. No words, just a smirk.
Well, I don't know what the big deal is. It's not every day you're soul bonded to a deity.
Grandpa!
Halina is going to be having
You're not making us. I was gonna tell you, it was gonna be a whole thing. It was gonna be so exciting.
Do you want me to erase their memories so that you can have this experience all done over?
No. No one is messing with my brain. Enough has been going on. You and like
Okay,
little angry Hig is pointing up at you. You owe us a ceremony with some food and everything else. And as soon as we're not in danger of dying anymore, we will make that happen. Promise.
Promise? Okay, I promise. We already said there would be. Okay, everything's fine. One thing at a time. Malachi, baby, honey, sweetheart, are you okay?
About that, you missed some things.
Malachi
I
looks at
heard.
you. Malachi looks at you, Briar, and goes, "Who are you?" Do I
Okay,
know
that's not
you?
funny right now, Malachi.
He's
I'm not trying to be funny.
not joking.
Lost a few things, apparently.
See, there's this big, terrible entity that sort of warmed its
No, I
way
know.
into our
Ollie
brains.
told me about it.
Yeah,
Which,
I
by
almost
the way,
died.
my date was interrupted. What?
Okay. I'm fine now. Just saw the light for a little bit.
We did a whole ritual to bring her back, so yeah.
They clapped a lot.
All right. You lost your memories. You almost died. Is my baby boy Bane okay, at least?
Bane perks up next to Malachi and goes, "I've been a very good boy, but brother does not remember me."
Yes, you. I'm sorry, baby boy. Don't worry. We're gonna fix this as soon as we can. I'm guessing twin brother father figure's done something.
Sylvanas finally kind of looks at y'all and like it's like he realized that y'all were in the room with him, and he just kind of looks at y'all and he goes, "If you mean I fixed him, yes." And you're suddenly noticing that him and Malachi talk very similarly. It's the monotone.
Briar's looking between the two of them. That didn't answer my question about the twins' father, son, brother situation.
He doesn't answer.
Gods and their secrets. Bah.
Okay, so you say
Okay.
you fixed him, like, but he doesn't remember us. So obviously,
Well,
you didn't fix everything.
Well, would you have preferred I left him brain dead, or would you prefer that he has amnesia for a time?
Amnesia
put
for
it
a
that
time's
way.
fine. Don't worry. Me and Halina fixed amnesia once when our cousin Sal accidentally rammed his head into the Don's wall. We just whacked him upside the head real hard and that got it all back. Well, Halina whacked him upside the head real hard, but that's because of a rather insensitive remark he made to someone because he's got a good heart, but he puts his foot in his mouth far too often.
So, and Sylvanas is talking. I purged as much as I could. Unfortunately, to get all of it, because it had started to take root in his heart and in his brain, I had to extract most, if not all, of his memories. He knows who he is, but he has no memory of anything from the moment he met the hag.
Well, I guess we'll just have to start working on new memories then.
All right, to start off with, me and Halina are your sisters. Don't know what Higgy is. Don't know what Kira is. But you took the name Whitlock at the gala, so you're my so you're my brother now. I've always wanted a brother. It's gonna be great.
Speaking of Halina, if anybody's watching, you'll see her grab her hammer, strap it to her back, and walk out the door.
What?
Halina, where you going?
Going?
You get no answer.
Halina! Oh, she's gonna go do something stupid. At least let me get my stuff on!
So, for the DM, what is Halina doing?
Right now, just walking out the door.
Going where?
Unknown at this point. Just out of
Okay.
vision.
Okay. Are you still looking like the guy? Because you shifted into the guy's form.
Now that I've got that form down, it shouldn't be a problem to shift back. So just before Halina walks out the door, she'll probably shift into something that looks close to Briar.
Okay. When you figure out where you're going, let me know.
Probably a bar.
Probably a bar. Got it. There is actually a bar in the manor, and if you ask one of the butlers, maids, whatever, they will lead you to the mayor's private bar.
Someplace with people.
Yeah, it's a bar with people. People go there. It's attached to her residence because she didn't want to walk all the way through town to go to the nearest bar.
That's where I'll head.
Listen, if you're the mayor of the town, you don't want to fucking leave your fucking residence when you're trying to get assassinated all the goddamn time. Okay, so as Halina heads to the bar, the old man kind of puts a hand on Sylvanas' shoulder and goes, Now, we all know that you and Malachi here had some problems back in the day. But that doesn't mean you should have stripped him of his memories out of spite. Sylvanas looks at him and goes, I didn't do it out of spite. It was because of the fact that it's like... And the old man just kind of shakes his head and laughs at him and just pats him on the back and goes, There. Oh, you wouldn't even think that you were father and son.
Oh man, you're just spilling everybody's secrets. Jesus.
He has no tact.
Briar is just grinning widely and says, Grandpa, you're my new favorite. You're my second favorite god now.
Well, I would hope I would be a second favorite. I really don't want to be on the other side of Olidamara's ire.
That's why I say you're my second favorite. Though I still don't know who you are. I don't suppose you could give us a name, a domain, a hint?
Oh, have I not introduced myself?
No, you have not.
No.
Oh, silly me. Well, I've gone by many names and many titles, and I've just grown wary of them, so I just tell people to call me Old Man. It fits. I'm old. I'm a man.
Great. Awesome. She looks at Sylvanas. Who is he?
Sylvanas just kind of looks at him and goes, Honestly, sometimes I don't even know. And the old man just kind of chuckles and is like, well, if you want me to go into specifics, you could say that I am the god of time, the god of stories. I know everything and anything that is going to happen in the universe before it happens, when it happens, and after it happens.
What are the winning lotto numbers?
Well, I can't give you that. That's privileged information.
As a wedding present?
As a wedding present, I could give you the date that you're gonna have children. Yes.
I'm good. Because you already said plural. So I'm good now. I'm good. That's perfect. Awesome. I'm gonna go track down my sister. She says, walking very quickly out of the room.
I believe in another universe they call me the Doctor. But that's a
Well, that's it. Sam's gone.
Sam, no! Sam, no!
How else was I supposed to react to that? That I had to.
But that universe is no longer I don't have access to that anymore. They've moved on without me. But I have many names and many titles, and I've been called many things, and I just think old man is simple.
He's Withers.
Don't forget Gloria's set of tits to go with it.
But he kind of looks at the last two of you and goes, did you have any other questions?
I have so many questions, but I don't know if now's a good time for answers, I guess.
Well, now may be the only time for answers, seeing as you won't see me until, your trials, actually, it looks like.
I don't suppose. Okay, fine. If you know everything.
Oh, most things.
Can you give us any advice that would lean things towards success? Because apparently this whole trial thing is just a wee bit dangerous.
The answers may be closer than you think.
This is why I fucking hate gods. And she gets up and walks out.
Well, hold on. I wasn't done. I have to be cryptic in the beginning. It's the only way to reel you in.
Oh, fine.
The answers may be closer than you think. In companions, in friendships, in relationships. Now, granted, not all of them can or will be as romantic as our two lovebirds, the newlyweds. But there are ways in which you could get a little bit of luck on your side.
And if one of them isn't wanting to even hear of it?
Oh, Leviatar. She's always been stubborn. Oh, let's call it abandonment issues. Granted, she wouldn't like me telling you this, but I'm old, and I can't die, so I don't care. Her champion was her lover. And not in the normal, what you and her relationship have been so far. I mean, they were engaged. And so when he left, to go on his trial and he didn't make it. Let's just say she turned to the darker side of things to try and bring him back. It did not work, as it never was going to work, and I told her so. So you can understand why she might be a little hesitant, especially since she's starting to become attached.
I can get it.
Yeah. Although it looks like, and he kind of like is like doing math in his head, it looks like things should be resolved in about a month. Maybe 2. It depends on your feelings, truly. I can never account for feelings.
Okay.
Anything else?
No. And instead of that usual confidence you see on her face, it's completely gone. Just like she's just muddling things in her skull now.
As far as Malachi and his unfortunate amnesia, it's going to be hard to travel the way that he is. Oh. I kind of wish you were all here, because then I would ask if anyone would want to, I don't know, offer me a boon or some sort of favor, and I could potentially break a couple of rules. It won't fix him right away, but it would fix him faster, because I think on the current track it'll take you about a year to get his memories back. If I'm thinking of the right book. Or is it the right chapter?
What kind of favor?
Oh, you'll know. Well, I can't tell you what it is. I don't know what favor I need yet. You won't die if that's what you're worried about. I just know that eventually I'm going to need someone to get something for me. When and where and how is still a little muddled.
Fine.
Good. Would you like to shake on it?
Yeah, so she, little feet, hand way up in the air. Let's do it.
So you shake his hand, and you feel something click in your head. And it's like there's this tiny little thought that's locked away. And you won't be able to access it until he calls you again. He goes, all right, Sylvanas, come here. And you just see that he reaches up to Sylvanas and literally just grabs him by the throat and just like grabs Malachi and lifts him up by the throat and goes, all right, well, it's been a couple of centuries since I've done this, but this should work. And he slams them together. Just full body slams them together. And all of a sudden, Sylvanas is gone. And Malachi is standing there. His hair has grown longer. And he kind of gently puts Malachi down. And he goes, well, 2 halves make a whole.
Did you just...
I think he did.
What?
I think he did.
Well, they weren't actually father and son. 2 halves of a whole.
They were traveling with Sylvanas.
Well, that's neither here nor there. Technically yes, but technically no. Malachi is Malachi, and Sylvanas is Sylvanas, and they split up. I don't remember. It's in a different book. But at least now he'll be semi-functional. He'll remember your names, at least.
Thank you.
But what about whatever Sylvanas has to do? Won't they be missing?
No. You didn't think that was the only piece of Sylvanas running around. Sylvanas is nature. Nature is many things. There are many different iterations of Sylvanas that are going around in the world because you can't be everywhere at once. These are just two halves of a specific whole. The real Sylvanas is somewhere. That was just how would you describe it? A clone, a piece, a shard, whatever you want to call it. It's Sylvanas, but not Sylvanas. It's
An incarnation of a deity.
Yeah,
essentially.
sure. If that makes it easier, sure. I don't know how to describe these things to you. These are just the way things are. But Malachi won't suddenly be able to do anything deity-like. He's still just a demigod. It's all he's ever been. Oh, I'm sorry. Did he not tell you? Oh, I forgot. He forgot everything before the hag. So double amnesia. If you want to get technical.
Kira just has her hands on her head now and going,
He doesn't remember everything, so he might be slightly different. He'll remember your names. He understands the quest that you're on, but other than that, the details are fuzzy. He may not remember the hag. He may not remember conversations that you've had or some of your experiences. Those will come back over time as he regains some of his strength and things and all of those things. If he looks weird at any point in time, let a deity know, and they'll contact me.
You have successfully made me regret a pain that I'm feeling, so congratulations. Eventually my head will stop throbbing during all this. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. I wasn't sure if it was gonna work.
Well, I'm glad it did.
The worst that would have happened is they would have had two heads. Maybe a couple of extra arms. Or he would have turned into a creature. It's all up to fate. If there's anything else that you wish of me, need of me, don't contact me. I'll be busy. Reach out to your deities, and I will see you on the tide of the evening of the festival of the thing, whatever the fuck they call it these days. I don't know. I'm an old man. I'm crazy. So, toodaloo. I will see you at the eve of your trials, and have fun, but not too much fun. And remember, all the answers are closer than you think, and easier than you might imagine. But with that, and then he doesn't finish the sentence and he disappears.
Congratulations, Sylvanas, Malachi's Pokemon. Gotta catch them all.
So, what are y'all doing now? Malachi is now knocked out on the couch. He looks pretty much the same. His hair's grown longer. But still has the same facial features, same body, like everything looks normal, just his hair grew longer. You're not sure about the eyes though, because they're closed, because he's knocked the fuck out.
I'm gonna quickly get cleaned up because I'm probably still like all bloody and stuff from earlier. Yep. So just a quick, and I will go look for our other counterparts to fill them in on this new information.
All right, Kira, what are you doing?
I think she's recovering from a massive headache that has just now occurred in her head. Probably sitting down and just table's not there anymore. There's probably some like side table or something like that she can sit at.
Are you gonna go to the bar and get a drink?
Sure. If she knows that the bar exists, then yeah. Sure.
You would know the bar exists because you've been to the bar with the mayor.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have.
Briar, are you going to the bar?
She knows her sister pretty well, so I think she knows where her sister would go.
Yeah, if you ask around, you find out there's a bar in the manor, and that's probably
Kira
where you
would
assume.
probably tell them where she's going to, so that'll give you a clue.
Okay, so we're gonna switch our music. So, Halina, you walk into the bar, and there's a decent amount of people sitting at tables, drinking. There's an innkeep. It is a little shocking to see who the innkeep is. Just because it looks like an owl, but a man. So like an owl man.
Mm-hmm.
And he's serving drinks and doing things and just serving the patrons, and he regards you as you come in and offers you a drink. What can I get you?
I've got the strongest thing.
Oh, I've got some giant's blood. Don't worry, it's not actual blood, it's just the name.
I'll take tankard.
No, alright. And the tankard is about this big. It's a golden liquid with lots of froth on top, and he slams it down in front of you. You with the mayor?
Aye.
Alright. You drink for free.
Excuse me?
The mayor told me some people might come in here and to ask if they worked for the mayor, because a lot of people don't admit to working for the mayor. So since you admitted it, I'm going to assume that's you.
Is what it is. Thank you.
I don't know. You drink free. Any food? Any snacks or anything?
Some sort of meat would be great.
So I've got a turkey leg. I've got a sausage on a stick. I have just a big thing of just like a rump roast.
That'll work.
Which one?
The rump roast.
Alright. And he walks to the back, and a couple of minutes later, he comes out, and it's a literal, fully, like, rare rump roast sitting in front of you with a giant knife and a giant fucking, like, those pronged, like, forks. He goes, here you go.
Thank you. I'll let you know when I need the refill.
Alright. You don't need to let me know. It refills itself. And he walks away.
And Halina will tuck into the tankard. Picks the tankard up, looks at it, and without even thinking, puts it to her lips and downs like half of it, just straight off the bat.
So as soon as it hits your lips, it's like your tongue is on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like actually on fire. It feels like flames are licking your tongue, and as it pours down you feel the warmth. And then it turns into a nice cold as it settles.
Mm-hmm.
It's really strong. Probably the strongest you've ever drank.
Mm-hmm. Down half of it, like right off the bat.
Okay. Roll me a con save.
Yeah, I figured that was coming. 1 second.
It's just to see how drunk you're gonna get.
I know. Actually, roll, not in the description of what con is. 16.
Alright. You're feeling a little warm, but you're not drunk yet. Apparently, you have a very high tolerance.
and Halina will sit there in silence.
As the rest of you come in, the owl man regards all of you and goes, "Hi, how you doing? What can I get you?" And you see Halina sitting at the, I'm assuming you're sitting at the bar.
At one of the back tables, actually.
Okay, at one of the back tables. So you see Halina sitting at one of the back tables. The bar is open. There's no one standing there as of right now, and all the other tables are full.
I'll take your sweetest drink you got.
Oh, okay. Do you want Fey wine, or do you want, they call it, honeysuckle?
Ooh, I'll have honeysuckle.
All right. And what about y'all two?
I will take, and this is going to be a very weird request, but I'll take the most painful thing you've got.
Ah, so you want the Leviathan special?
Yes, since it exists.
Oh, perfect. That's actually not that surprising. We get a lot of those around here. It's one of the mayor's favorite drinks. All right, what about you, miss? I don't know I have a cup tiny enough for you. I might.
You got a thimble?
Yeah, just some mint tea. Just 2 bags.
All right. And he walks off to go get your drinks, and then he comes back out a couple of like a minute later. Briar, you get a pink glass. Just a pink glass. The liquid inside is amber in color. And it's got like a couple of ice cubes in it. The Leviathan special comes in a stainless steel cup that has spikes around the sides of it. The inside of it looks like blood. And the mint tea, he finds a very tiny little teacup. And you've got 2, like, he looks like he physically, like, tried to make 2 tiny little bags of tea and put it in, and he's got tea, and he's like, granted, this bear, like, this, like, owl person is, like, 7 foot with big wingspan trying to, like, gracefully hand it to you. Let me know when all of you are taking a drink.
Briar's gonna take her drink and, like, walk over to where her sister is, sit down, take a sip.
So yours, it pales in comparison to the drinks that you had recently with Olidamara, but it tastes like sweet honey. It's very smooth. It goes down very easily. Yeah, it's good. It's nothing like Olidamara gave you, but it's good.
Do I get the impression, and I can roll for it obviously, do I get the impression these 2 probably need to talk without the other 2 of us being there?
Oh, you can immediately kind of get the sense of maybe these 2 should talk.
I look down at Higgy and go, different table for now?
The only spots open are the bar or that back table. Everything else is full.
We can sit here at the bar, but could you? And there's a little like sigh, like, could you lift me up there?
She'll hold her hand out so you can walk up on it without her picking you up. You know, give you some dignity in the matter at least.
Thank you. Because she's already managing the cup, and like flying up would probably be not super easy. So
the owl man gave you like a little tiny little, like, it looks almost like a pincushion, but it's like a pillow for you to sit on top of the bar.
Nice.
Kira, are you drinking your drink?
Take a sip.
Okay, so first for the mint tea, it's one of the finest mint teas you've ever had. It's probably imported. It's the perfect temperature.
Awesome.
And I'll take a drink of mine.
So you feel as soon as you take a sip, like you're being stabbed in the gut. repeatedly, with each sip.
Stab. Stab.
Stab.
Stab.
Stab.
She looks over at the bartender and goes, "Perfect."
Yeah, y'all are a weird type, but I don't know. The mayor likes to keep it on tap. Aside from the stabbing, though, it tastes really good. Although you're kind of curious if this is actually blood or not. You're hoping, but you're unsure. Now, for our two sisters sitting at the table in the back corner.
Are you mad at the situation at me, at Olly, or are you mad at a different situation in total? Because that will depend on the talk I'm about to start.
Halina says nothing for a very long moment. Takes a nice long sip from the tankard. And then looks up at Briar. First, you got married.
It happened very fast.
You didn't even give me a heads up, and it was after one date.
Yeah, but I've also known him since I was 5.
Olly and I are going to have a talk. A very
That is completely valid.
pointed talk. Second,
Valid. Would it make you feel any better if I told you that apparently he asked Ma, the Don, and Uncle Vinny's permission first?
that might get him some brownie points, but we'll have to wait for that conversation to happen.
Okay.
Second, we're up against something that is most likely going to kill us.
Yeah, I heard.
And it hit Higgy. It hit Malachi. It almost killed Hig. And it almost erased Malachi. That cannot stand.
I know.
That cannot be tolerated.
I know.
You I'm not one to make decisions for you. You know that. We've known each other most of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to go home.
Oh, fuck, not you too!
I want you to pack up your shit and go home.
It's like I'm having the same conversation, but in a different font.
Briar, you hear in your head, because you are now telekinetically linked to Olidamara, of, see, I'm not the only one. I just want to say that. I'm not the only one.
Briar thinks back, shut up or I'm going to start sending lewd thoughts to you in the middle of the day.
Promise?
It's not really a threat.
Halina? Intrusive thoughts, then. Halina, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you the same thing I told Olidamara when he told me the exact same thing. I am not going to abandon you. I'm not going to abandon our friends.
You're not. But if something were to happen to you, I guarantee you there is no force on this earth that would be able to contain the rage that comes out of me. I am dealing with a lot of shit. I've just had my powers stripped from me.
I know.
I don't know what I'm going to be going forward. I don't know whether or not I'm going to be able to stand properly on the battlefield, and if I'm too busy worried about you, that causes a distraction for me. If you fucking die because I can't be there, I will shred this world.
Briar puts down her glass, looks at Halina. Halina, I'm going to start using the eloquence lessons that Cousin Tony gave me so you fully understand what I am saying. Because apparently, my words aren't cutting through to certain people. I am no longer a small child in need of protection. I am a grown-ass adult. I am able to look after myself. I am able to look after others. You don't need to worry about me. Let me worry about me.
That's not how this works, and you know that.
Yes. And can you imagine how much more worried I will be if I go back to Drift End and I don't know what's happening to you or our new friends? This is something that is bigger than all of us, Halina.
You'd be alive.
Yeah, and I wouldn't know if you were, and that would kill me inside.
Wouldn't be the first time I've been assumed dead. I lost an entire
Yeah, and you're not allowed to be assumed dead. The only way I'm going back to Drift End is if you're going with me. And we both know that's not going to happen.
I will be going back to Drift End in a casket, most likely.
And I'll be in the casket right beside you. But also, bold of you to fucking assume I would let you die.
Both of you to assume you'd have a choice.
Already defied my god by telling him there's no way in hell I'm going back to Drift End. Don't think I won't do the same to you.
Either way, if you're determined to do this, I'm gonna have to find some way to get a leg up on the battlefield, because if I can't heal anymore, that poses a problem. I was way too reliant on it.
I know how to fucking heal. I think I know how to feel. 1 second, as I check Briar's spell sheet to make sure she knows how to fucking heal.
Bards do have healing spells, so do paladins. So technically you have 2 healers in the party.
Right. Listen, I can learn how to heal. Kira probably already knows how to heal.
That's not what I'm getting at. For the last several years, Briar, it has been me and me alone, reliant on my ability to patch up my own wounds. And to keep going. I gotta figure out what's next.
Then it sounds like you need someone who knows you very well to be with you to help you on that way. Someone like, oh, I don't know, has been with you for so many years and knows all your quirks and all your likes and dislikes. She says, as she does that sibling thing where they start to lean on top of them to the point where Briar's almost like laying on top of Halina. If only you knew such a person who knew you so well.
Fine.
Oh, wait!
Fine. Whatever.
Make you a promise. I won't die. And if I don't die, you have to be my maid of honor at mine and Olly's official wedding.
Fine. Then here's where we're at. I swear to you, Briar, You can hear that like drift end accent starting to come out a little bit.
Ah!
That I will do whatever I can within my power to make sure that you come back in one piece.
Pinky promise.
Pinky promise.
Yay.
Now, as for our other problem, Olly!
What's the other problem?
He like screams this out across the bar.
So you wait for Ollie to answer. Ollie kind of sends a message to you, Briar, saying, like, and suddenly, one second. Wait, wrong music. God damn it. Hold on. We're having music change.
The tools
Very
change,
important.
but the vibe remains the same.
Yep.
Give me a second. I've got this. I've got this.
Olidamara is about to get chewed out by a sister.
Is this the one I'm looking for? God damn it. You bitch. Hold on. This is very important. There we go. Suddenly, Briar, you hear Olidamara's voice scream in your head. Duck!
Briar, like, grabs Helena's head and, like, slams both of them down on the table.
There's an explosion. As the bar is suddenly blown a hole into.
Helene is up on the table. Warhammer in hand.
Teacup goes flying.
You
I will
also...
try to have a sisterly moment!
You're not allowed.
So, Blaze will talk about that after session.
Yeah, no worries.
So for the two at the bar, you also got heads up from both of your respective deities to duck. And
Whenever they said that, my hand went over Higgy, like just as a... and
you suddenly see there's a giant hole now blown into the side of the bar. There's a fire that has started, and you look out and you see the rest of the town is in flames. There's chaos. There's screaming. There's running. You see people running in the background as everyone in the bar, some are dead on impact. The owl bartender has hit what seems to be some sort of like a magical emergency button to alert the entire manor. You hear the mayor screaming outside to what seems to be a group of troops, shouting commands. Prepare for attack! We're being ambushed! Shut the gates!
well,
Shit.
there goes being subtle.
As you see in Higgy, you'll remember, and actually all of you remember because you all watched it, in Higgy's brain, you start to see some of the signs of the cultists as they are now flooding the town. And some are already starting to come into the bar.
Well, shit. Briar says as she, like, grabs the hood of her cloak of elven kind and pulls it up, like, Halina, looks like you and I are about to get some dancing on.
Helena's already
From...
up Warhammer in.
Yep. And from the entrance of the bar, you see a familiar looking wolf-like creature leap through the door and is already teeth bared at one of the cultists. Malachi has now woken up and joined the fray. You also see Vesa come from the outside of the bar and is also taking out cultists and looks at y'all and says, "If you can stand, fight. The cultists have taken the city."
Batter up, bitch.
Not for.
And that is where we're going to end session today.
Yay!
Nice.
Excellent. I guess this means we'll be back next Wednesday.
Yeah, you will be back next Wednesday. We are going to roll initiative as soon as we start.
Okay. So you guys will be getting our battle screen next week then. I'll have to keep that in mind. Somebody remind me before session. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for being here.